to the office of provincial authority and the command structure of the Imperial city. This correspondence is submitted under my seal and authority as acting Primus Envoy attached to the Skyrim stabilization mandate. I send this report from Candlehearth Hall in Windhelm following the recovery of the jagged crown from the ancient Nordic ruin of Korvanjund. The conclusions within this letter will no doubt be regarded by some among you as insubordination, perhaps even treason. So be it. I have spent enough time in Skyrim now. To recognize that truth and loyalty are no longer understood as the same thing within the Empire. I arrived in this province prepared to support General Tullius in restoring Imperial order. I expected discipline, conviction, strength worthy of the Empire founded beneath the banner of Tiber Septim. Instead, I found an administration exhausted in spirit and blind to the province it seeks to govern. At Helgen, I witnessed disorder, confusion, and the ever-present shadow of Talmor interference. Even there, in the midst of execution and dragonfire, Imperial authority felt weakened by compromise and uncertainty. In solitude, I witnessed the execution of the Nord named Rogver. Prior reports described Ulfric Stormcloak as the murderer of High King Torik, a rebel who slew his king unlawfully. Yet upon the execution block, the condemned man proclaimed openly that Ulfric had challenged Torik according to ancient Nordic custom, and defeated him honorably in trial by combat. No man awaiting death speaks with such conviction for a lie he does not believe. I observed the faces of the people gathered there. Fear was present, yes, but so too was resentment. The Empire calls this peace, yet it executes men for honoring the traditions of their own people. That contradiction cannot endure forever. Further concern arose during my discussions with General Tullius and his officers within Castle Dar. When informed that Ulfric Stormcloak lacked neither support nor manpower, and that more volunteers and Jarls joined him daily, the general dismissed the matter with irritation rather than understanding. More troubling still was his contempt toward Nordic customs themselves. I heard him speak dismissively of you people and your damn traditions, as though the culture of Skyrim were merely an obstacle to a efficient occupation, rather than the very foundation upon which loyalty in this province is built. This is not how an empire preserves allegiance. An empire that mocks the identity of its provinces while demanding obedience from them is already in decline. Whether it recognizes the fact or not. And still, I continued my duties. I marched beside Imperial soldiers into Korvanjund to recover the jagged crown. There, within the burial halls of ancient Nord kings, I witnessed something that I struggle even now to place fully into words. The dead themselves rose to defend their ancient honor. The Draugr fought with greater conviction and dignity than many living Imperials I have encountered in Skyrim. They defended the resting place of their ancestors without hesitation, without fear, and without surrender. Ancient dead preserving traditions that the modern empire no longer even respects. Within those halls, I encountered something else. A presence. A force I do not yet understand what it was. Nor do I intend to speculate carelessly upon matters beyond reason. Yet I emerged from Korvanjund with certainty in one truth. The Nords have not forgotten who they are. The Empire has. The white gold concordat was presented to mankind as necessity. In truth, it was surrender adorned in legal language. The banning of Talos is not merely political compromise. It is the denial of one of the greatest Imperials who ever lived. To erase Talos from the Empire is to sever the Empire from its own soul. Those who enforce such decrees, while calling themselves loyalists, understand neither loyalty nor empire. Ulfric Stormcloak challenged his king according to the customs of Skyrim and emerged victorious. Whether one admires him or not, he acted according to the traditions of his people, openly and without deceit. The Empire answers, this not with understanding, but with executions, contempt, and foreign concessions to Aldmeri arrogance. I can no longer support such leadership in good conscience. Therefore, I will not deliver the jagged crown to General Tullius. I will bring it instead to Ulfric Stormcloak in Windhelm, for he has earned the right to bear it, according to the laws and customs of Skyrim itself. Understand this clearly. I do not abandon the Empire. I reject those within it who abandoned its principles first. An empire that kneels before the Dominion, denies Talos, mocks Nordic tradition, and governs through political exhaustion rather than honor, is not the empire I swore service to. Should the Elder Council declare me traitor for these actions, then let history decide which of us betrayed the Empire first. I remain loyal to the true spirit of mankind, to the legacy of Tiber Septim, and to the belief that strength built upon mutual respect is greater than rule maintained through humiliation and fear. When war against the Dominion rises again, as it inevitably will, Skyrim will remember who stood beside her people when others demanded only obedience. That memory may yet save the Empire from its own decay. By my hand and seal. Valeria Tullius, Primus, Cohort, Acting Imperial, Envoy.